But we also added a nose tackle. Well, we're not sure he's a nose tackle yet. At 6'7", 410 pounds, individual that doesn't know the rules of the game, has never played the game. We sent recruiters to Tonga, Samoa, Fiji, and New Zealand 2 years ago. And we found, Coach Kaufusi found Motekiai Langi. I watched him playing a pickup game of basketball since they don't play football there. And at that, he was heavier then. He's now a stealthy 4'10", but thought he was light on his feet and could play football. It's a great question. I've been asked that, and I've asked myself that a lot. I've known him a total of 15 minutes. So his evaluation was based on Coach Kaufusi seeing him play a pickup game of basketball in Tonga 2 years ago. And he just saw a giant body that's light on his feet that could change direction and loved working out and training. And so the day before Motekiai was leaving for his mission, he is a relative to Harvey Langi, same last name, and so I can't trace exactly how that, I don't know the exact relation. But he stops in at BYU before he goes to the MTC the next day. And so I now get a chance to see what Coach Kaufusi told me about, and that's something different. So me telling you he's 6'7", 410 pounds is one thing. If you were to see him, that impact was, it's not a fat 410, it's a solid, like, lean isn't the right word. I mean, it is a solid looking, healthy, giant man. And when I shook his hand, his hand went almost up to my elbow, and I was like, how can this guy not be something? I had no intention of offering a scholarship. I was just anxious to meet him and then say, man, maybe after your mission, let's give this football thing a try, and you can walk on. And I've never done anything like this before. I met with him 15 minutes. I've met him in person and seen him 15 minutes in my entire life and have a pickup game of basketball. He's leaving to go on his mission, and I just felt, why not? And so I think he can play something. And so we're going to play him at nose tackle first, and we normally require a 2-gap player that can be big enough and strong enough to handle both A-gaps. He might be a 3-gap player. Maybe we'll just have him lay sideways right off the snap and just block the whole thing out. There's got to be some way he can do something. And so it'll be fun. And he's sincere, and he's hardworking, and he's humble, and he's so thankful for this opportunity and grateful. And what an adventure. So, yeah, why not? Yeah.
Sorry, does your experience with Ziggy kind of give you a little more confidence?
It does, because really football is a game, and the rules can be learned, and I can't teach 410 pounds. I mean, I can't make someone that, and I can't make him 4'10" and 6'7". He's already 6'7" and 410 pounds, and he's light on his feet, and he's giant, and he works hard. So, man, I think if I'm any kind of coach at all, and our staff there's got to be something we can teach that guy to do. And Ziggy was the opposite way, 6'6" and 280, running like a 21.9, 200 meters. So how can that not be a football player? So similar thought. Yeah, kind of a stretch in the comparison, but yeah, similar thought. We don't think it needs to be yearly, and right now all I'm doing is saying to the rest of college football, watch, now here's flights with full coaching staffs going to, and so, but the story's out because you can't hide 6'7", 410, right? So everyone right now is booking flights, I'm sure, or they think I'm crazy, one of those two. But we know the LDS populations in Tonga, in Fiji, in Samoa, and in New Zealand, it is strong. And the type of young people there are so grateful to be given a chance to come to not only the United States but have an education. It's refreshing in contrast to the normal recruiting star system and et cetera. And I like that. And so, 2 years ago, and it hurt our budget because we're going to all these different countries, and I was asked, I was kind of called on the carpet afterwards, what happened to our recruiting budget? And I said, well, we went to all these places, and you have to take it from somewhere, and I don't remember where I took the money from. I took it from some part of the program to finance it, but I don't think it's necessary every year. We know exactly at that point who might be the candidates, and then we go back periodically to follow up. In this case, it just so happened where he was coming to go on his mission, and the MTC is here in Provo, so he kind of came to us for a quick stopover to visit the MTC, which is just right down the road, and I saw him. And Coach Kaufusi was always hesitant because he's 6'7", 4'10", and never played football. So he told me about him, and he tried to describe him, and he kind of would hint, maybe we ought to take a chance, but he wasn't for job security, never anything else, because he's never played, so the recruiter's not anxious to just jump on the table. And thanks to just timing for his mission and family members that, again, he's related to Harvey Langi, so family members saying, well, Harvey's now at BYU and this might be something, let's just go meet the coaches. When I saw him, that was a whole different story than reading the book, seeing the picture that's a whole different story. And yeah, they were all shocked that I offered him a scholarship. Coach Kafusi was, I think everybody was, but I'm kind of excited about it. I think it could be fun.
Are you aware of the reaction on social media?
I don't understand it. So we're over there at the, we have kind of the draft day thing happening, and they walked me over to a TV screen. They showed me all these dots, and they tried to explain what's happening, and I didn't really grasp it, but they said there's a lot of interest.
ESPN, we're talking sports journal all over the country.
Really?
Putting out pictures. Darren Rovell from ESPN asked if you guys had a hoax going or something.
Yeah. Man, I wish that you could just see the guy, and then he's so humble and hardworking in this giant body. It's really cool. And the plan wasn't to have it be intended that way. It's just, man, I think he can be, maybe he is Ziggy in some fast. I mean, I just watched the Patriots play the Seahawks, and you've seen Woolfolk, the nose tackle for the Patriots. What if he's that guy? Holy cow, that would be awesome. And yeah, so I think it's worth it.